Hello everyone, Rizanta here. Now this is another Pokemon video, and it's actually a team set around Earthquake. Now, take for granted Earthquake isn't that good in double battles, but it still is as well. I mean, raise your physical attack and you can get rid of the debuff it has. Now, as for the reason why I have Gliscor, it's a physical sweeper, high speed, high attack, decent HP. I wouldn't really say it's a bulky Pokemon whatsoever. Now, as for its movesets, Stone Edge, Sword Dance, and Earthquake, to me, are a must on a ground type, especially since Earthquake gets the same type bonus and Stone Edge has a high critical hit. Now, for your fourth move, I went with X-Scissor. There are a plethora of other moves for you to teach, like Double Edge, Aerial Ace, U-Turn, and if you really want to go with Defense, Protect, whatever suits your bubble. Now, this Gliscor's ability is Hyper Cutter. It prevents Pokemon from lowering its attack, so that's actually extremely useful. If you're going to go with an offset move that doesn't have much power itself and you need to power it up, you could use an item like I have, the Silver Powder for X-Scissor. Other than that, Stone Edge has 100 power, and Earthquake has 100 power. Well, Stone Edge has 120, doesn't it? Anyway. The next Pokemon up, Hydreigon. Now, since Hydreigon by default gets Levitate, you can set this up with a lot of Earthquake and Magnitude teams. Now, I don't believe Magnitude hits all Pokemon in battle, only one, so I'm not directly sure. Now, for the reason why I have Hydreigon in this team, if you're facing Water-type Pokemon, Water-type damage is halved. Hydreigon is also a heavy attacker, and it's also a nice bulky Dragon type compared to most of your others. That's excluding Altaria, Dragonite, and I guess in some senses Garchomp. Now continuing on, the moveset I have is actually my favorite moveset. It's not going to be everyone's. I mean, there are, granted, a lot of strategies you could throw with a Dragon type. Now, the reason why I have Stone Edge is probably quite obvious because... Oh, how do I say this without sounding stupid? It's easy to be defeated with Bug. If you defeat the Bug types, you can practically win a battle. Now, that's not saying you have other type weaknesses like Ice. Stone Edge still comes in handy. Then you have Dragon. You could use Dragon against, unless the Pokemon's use a move like Dragon Claw and they're not a Dragon type. And for a quick finisher, Draco Meteor comes an option, because I've had moments where Pokemon uses Recover, and it got irritating trying to use Earthquake, Stone Edge, or Dragon Rush, so I decided to get Draco Meteor to use that as a finish. Now, the item lacks Incense. I have that equipped for two reasons. My first one is that my Hydreigon only has I wouldn't really say even good defense or special defense. So having an increased missed ratio, or as I could also say, evasive ratio, you could use that really well. Now, Hydreigon, I don't know how many people would recommend it. I do know it's brutal in certain matchups, and although it is one of the later gen Pokemon, I still have to admit, it's one of the very good ones. So yeah, it took forever to actually get it leveled up to where it is. Now my next Pokemon, the counter of my protections, Zapdos. Now, before you say I cheated or anything like that, I actually got Heat Wave through Pokemon Platinum. One of the move tutors will teach it to Zapdos for a certain amount of shards. Now, for Fly, the reason why I have Fly on Zapdos is in case I'm facing a Pokemon that's going to be using Rock-type moves. Now, this is the only exception against that, which would be Smackdown, because it will cancel your Fly and also do damage to you. I don't know if there's any damage bonuses if you use Fly if you get hit by if you get hit by Smackdown, but I do know for a fact that it will hurt. Now, continuing on, Heat Wave is a nice opportunity against Ice-type Pokemon due to Flying being weak against Ice, and also already having 2 Pokemon in your party weak against Ice, especially Gliscor. Now, for Charge Beam and Thunder, it is an awesome combo against Water types. You could really keep Water types at bay so they can't hit your Pokemon, and then you could do massive damage with moves like Earthquake, yet again, and then other moves like Dragon Rush or Draco Meteor. And, of course, Zapdos' natural ability is Pressure. Now, I do believe Zapdos has a hidden ability, and I am unsure what that is, so if anyone wants to tell me that, that'd be great. Anyway, my next Pokemon is one of my absolute favorites, Tyranitar. Now, Tyranitar, to me, is a wild card because of how many different types of moves it can learn. I have the Soft Sand because I have Earthquake, and Tyranitar, unlike Pupitar and Larvitar, is not a Ground type. Ground type is replaced by Dark, so Dark Pulse is useful in case I need that. For Tyranitar's efficiency, it is massively weak against fighting, so I have to be careful against that. Now, for my moveset between Dragon Claw and Earthquake. Now, like I already said, Earthquake hits multiple Pokemon. Tyranitar can be really bulky and can also, I would say, it could also be a physical sweeper if you're lucky enough. But if you just want a bulky Pokemon to dish out damage every now and then, you know how to do that. Now, I wouldn't say it's that great of a Pokemon in general if it's all alone and you don't really help it much, but Tyranitar can prove its worth a lot. Now, Rock Slide. Great move to have, but its debuff is annoying. Since it hits 2 Pokemon, it does less damage in general. You do get the type bonus from it, but the only problem is it's not going to one-hit KO Pokemon as easily as you might think. I could actually prove that, but that's for another time. I guess the next video I'll post is just seeing how far I get on the Super Double Train. Yes, they really need to come up with better names, but to see how far this team gets. Until then, all the best. Okay, people are rubbing off on me. Ciao. And also, I want to mention one other thing before I go. If you watch a video and you like something, go ahead and comment. It's not like you're gonna get bit by a dog if you do. Yeah, I'll get looked at that. Anyway, I do also want to say I do enjoy comments being made or something like that. If there's something you want me to improve on, I'll try. Other than that, this was pretty fun, and until next time, I'm out.